This 90-second mycology video is brought to you by these awesome people who have donated directly at 90secondmycology.com/donate. First up, a big shout out to Eric from Hurricane, West Virginia. Eric just says thank you with lots of exclamation points. Thank you, Eric. Next, we have Joanne from Charlottesville, Virginia. And Joanne says, your content, encouragement, and patience in teaching got me to a successful first grow in September. Thank you for the work you put into helping others and giving them the hope that they can do it themselves. You're a special human being. Thank you a lot, Joanne. I love these awesome positive comments and messages that people send me. And remember, I go through all of my comments, so I do get back to everybody eventually. Next, a big shout out to Chase from Springfield, Virginia. I randomly go through and choose some donations to shout out, and there's a lot of people so far in Virginia, so awesome. Chase says, I appreciate you and your efforts. /Rose. We have a donation from Tim in the United Kingdom, and Tim said, appreciate your efforts, mate. Thanks. Really helpful. Thank you, Tim, for your donation. If you would like to be featured in the upcoming new 90-second mycology videos, you can donate directly at 90secondmycology.com/donate. Or, YouTube has allowed me to enable something called Super Thanks. It's hidden down here underneath the videos near the like and dislike buttons. It allows you to donate directly to 90-second mycology through YouTube, and you also get a nice little distinct, colorful, and customizable comment in the video's comment section. So I'll also be able to see that and give you a nice shout out. Here are a couple of the super thanks. First, we have Rich, and Rich said thanks. That is the default comment. If you don't leave a customized comment, just says thanks. Thank you, Rich. Then we have Kung Feet, who says, thanks, I've been watching a while. Not sure how long, but I try to interact when I can. You've been a great help to my studies, especially due to my limited budget. Great thanks, and hope to see more great content soon. Well, I definitely have some great content coming up in this video right here. All of your donations go right back into the channel, and they help to restock the 90-second mycology kitchen to bring you brand new videos just like the one you're about to watch right now. Are you ready to move on from only being able to fill at least 24 capsules at once? Well, so am I. And that's where the Nomad Capsule Size 0 Capsule Filler comes into play. This can fill 100 capsules at once. Together, Nomad stems from the idea of being free of both physical and spiritual roots of the mind. And the best part about this capsule filler is that I'm going to use it to make my own mushroom supplement capsules. Finally, a 90-second mycology capsule video. Stay tuned towards the end of the video to find out how you can also pick up one of these Nomad capsule fillers. But for right now, let me go over the size 0 capsules. Depending on how tightly you pack your powder and the type of powder and the type of supplement you're trying to create, a size 0 capsule can hold around 0.5 grams of powder, or 500 milligrams. Moving on to a capsule filler like this that can fill 100 capsules at a time can be pretty intimidating for new supplement makers, new homemade supplement capsule creators. You know what I'm trying to say. But in the typical 90-second mycology fashion, I'm going to break it down for you step by step into a classic 90-second mycology video. But if you're new to the channel, with that being said, 90-second mycology gets its name from the use of 90-second rice to grow nutritious and delicious mushrooms at home without a pressure cooker. So in this video, basically I'm showing you how to take the fruits of your labor and turn them into awesome, healthy supplements that you can make right here in your own kitchen along with me. At the top right of every piece, you have a little label. So here is our frame plate. This plate is used to help guide your capsules, the empty capsules, into your holes. You see how the edges are raised up a little higher to catch any capsules that may try to roll away, and we'll get into that later. This one isn't labeled, but this is another frame for your powder to lay down on the holes, and we're going to slide our powder around, and this helps keep the powder on the capsule filler. This is the middle plate, as you can see by the label right here, size 0 middle plate. This is going to help join the two capsule pieces together. The holes are tapered to help hold the capsule pieces in place as you flip them down, and eventually we'll get them connected. This piece right here is the capping plate, and that is where the middle plate sits on top of to help join the capsules together, because it'll hold the capsules in place as we flip it upside down and get it capped. This right here is the tamper. It's going to tamp the powder down into the capsules, and we'll have to attach this handle right here, no big deal. Just some screws to screw in. And here is the actual mechanism. This is the body plate. What will eventually happen is we'll put our bottom pieces of the capsules in here, fill it with powder, tamp it down, get the top capsules, the middle plate, and the capping plate, and we will eventually get them connected. So the first step here is going to be getting our handle screwed onto our little tamper plate. I forgot to mention this tool right here is a little scraper to scrape your powder into the capsule holes, but I'm sure that your common sense almost always prevailed and you may have figured that out. Get these screws nice and tight, just how we like it, and now the tamping plate is ready to tamp. Here is the body plate, and then here is the frame plate that's going to help keep our capsules on the capsule filler as we try to fill in the holes. The next step is, usually when you purchase capsules, they're going to come still connected. I don't know how else you would want to say that. The capsules are usually still connected. You can pay a little bit more to buy top halves and bottom halves of capsules. And one thing you can do is to get yourself 2 tiny little containers and split every capsule in half and divide the top from the bottom in 2 separate containers, and then dump each one into the corresponding frame. Obviously this is for the bottom half of the capsule, and then the capping plate is going to be for the top half of the capsule. So if you want to do that, if you separate the tops from the bottoms, and then you dump all of the bottoms in here, and you try to move it around, a lot of them may end up going in there upside down, and then you've got to go in there and flip each one. If you're a psycho like me, separate each one and just put it in there by yourself. And at that point, you really don't even need the frame plate. But I won't do that because I do want to show how Nomad intended their capsule filler to be used. So as you're separating the tops from the bottoms, you want to grab a full capsule and get a tare weight on it. So we got 0.09, and this is just going to help us make sure that our doses later are accurate. And one more thing while I'm separating these capsules, if you're brand new to capsule filling and making your own supplements at home, there are 2 types of capsules usually on the market. There's vegetarian capsules and gelatin capsules. Nomad was generous to send me some capsules with the capsule filler to try out, but I'm pretty sure these are vegetable caps. These are veggie caps, I think, and of course anybody can correct me if I'm wrong in the comments, but I don't think we can tell just by looking at them. 90% of the time I would say people choose veggie caps, especially here on Second Mycology. In my experience, gelatin caps will absorb too much moisture from the air pretty quickly, and you're not able to actually cap them together with certain capsule fillers. That's also why I recommend using gloves when you're actually separating capsules and working with supplements. It'll keep the moisture from your fingers away from the capsules. You want to keep them as dry as possible. So now that I have the capsules separated, I'm going to dump the bottoms here. I've got the frame plate on top of the body plate, and here's all of the bottom capsules. And we're going to see how many end up upside down. But the trick is just block off the corner here and kind of rotate it around to get everything to fall into a slot. you can end up with quite a few that are trying to double up on each other. And at that point, there's a lot that have already landed in the slots, so you can kind of go through and do the rest by hand. And I got pretty lucky. It looks like only a few landed in there upside down, but part of this convenient little channel on the frame plate is that you don't have to exactly count out 100 capsules. You can kind of just get the extras to fall out here right through the channel, back into the bowl. I think we got them all. Here's an extra one right here. Here we go. So I didn't exactly count 100. This is what's left over, and that's why this little channel in the frame plate is great. Let the capsules come out back in your bowl. Now, see if I can get a good angle here. I don't think I can get it on camera, but you're able to tell which ones are actually upside down. Like this one right here, you see how it's more convex compared to being concave to the other ones? This is what you can easily see it in person, but it's kind of hard to get it on camera. These two as well. So it's only a few. And you can also get a good look here on the side. But that's a pretty good ratio of capsules that landed right side up compared to upside down. So the best way to get to the capsules that landed upside down is to remove the frame plate, because if you can see, there's no screw holes. So if you try to push down to push the capsules up, it won't work. So you want to remove the frame plate and just gently press down on the springs, and you'll see those? Yeah, they're showing up on camera. There's one, there's two, there's three, and we know there's some more up here. Push down and reach in there and grab it. I'm at a weird angle here right now. I'm gonna do it off camera, get it set up. Do a quick little push down, and these clear capsules are really hard to show on camera. But in person, you'll be able to see them with your bare naked eyeballs. I just used the tamper to hold it. You can use obviously 2 bowls from the start, but you know how I like to do things. Love to make it more complicated on myself. What we do need next is the body plate and the powder frame, which remember isn't labeled, but that's alright because we know what it is. Set that on there. And powder scraper. And of course, the most important thing is the actual supplement itself. So let me get into that. The supplement I'm going to be making today is a powdered white mushroom supplement. Now these white mushrooms I actually harvested on camera live on Instagram, and that live stream replay is up on my YouTube channel. You can go to my live stream playlist or just search it, browse the channel, whatever you want to do. If you want to try to determine how much you want in each capsule, you can weigh out just a finite amount of material to turn into powder that you move into the capsules. For example, if we weigh out 15 grams of these white, nutritious and delicious mushrooms and powder them up, 15 divided by 100 is going to give us at least 0.15 grams of mushroom powder in each capsule. The amount of powder you need per capsule is going to be different per person. It's going to be different based on the supplement you want to make. It's really something you have to feel out for yourself. A lot of people will mix different types of mushrooms: cordyceps, lion's mane, white mushrooms. Mushrooms are so beneficial that a lot of people just come up with their own blends. So if you use that as a general guideline, if you weigh out just a finite amount, powder it up, divide that by 100 capsules, and that's what each capsule is going to roughly be filled with in the end. Remember that each size 0 capsule is going to hold at least 0.5 grams of powder. That's a lot of mushroom powder. Some people might want that, some people might not want that. What you need for this are your nutritious and delicious edible white mushrooms, along with a pocket scale and just a general coffee grinder. I use this Amazon Basics coffee grinder. It's been through some use, but this leftover powder is still the same mushroom, so it's no big deal to leave it on there. I always have Amazon links in the descriptions of my videos, along with timestamps, so you can come back through and jump through the video. So if you want to pick up the same Amazon Basics coffee grinder and support 90-second mycology at no extra cost to you, check the description as well as the pinned comment. I also pin comments with the same information because some people still avoid the description for some reason. And I'll just get to work on weighing out 15 grams. I'll do this in 5 gram intervals, so if we go 5, 10, 15, we'll be good to go. pulse the coffee grinder kind of like a blender. And once it's fully powdered, let the dust settle before you go back in and add some more of your nutritious and delicious dried mushrooms. Once you're done powdering everything, you know what to do with the mess. Get it all nice and cleaned up. I'll use the same frame plate, place it right over, and then we're going to dump the capsules in here and perform the same action of wiggling it around and getting all the capsules to fall in the holes. All of the capsule holes have been filled, and it's kind of hard to tell on camera, but you're able to see in person which ones are filled upside down and which ones are right side up. And you're also able to tell if there's any empty ones left just based on the reflection of the capsule, which is also just a little hard to pick up on camera. Now, the same as before, I can use the little channel in the frame plate to dump out these excess capsules here. And now we can work on flipping the capsules that landed upside down to be right side up. This is a little easier to do because they're already protruding a little bit, because remember, this is going to be used to press down on the top of the bottom capsules and actually get them connected. So these, you can simply look, and there's enough room to grab them, flip them around. Oh, let me go through and get that finished. And now it's time for the fun part of filling up the bottom capsules with the mushroom powder and getting everything packed in and actually connecting the capsules. Here I've got the bottom base capsules, I've got the powder plate, the little frame for it, and of course the scraper. And the easiest way that I've found over the years to get your powder into the actual capsule filler is to flip the coffee grinder upside down so all of the powder lands in the lid, and then that lid becomes your cup. I practiced my own common sense, which will almost always prevail. Unplug the coffee grinder so that you can kind of tap down on it so the powder will land in the lid, because obviously if it's plugged in and you tap down just a little bit, it's gonna engage the blades. You don't want to do that. Just a few taps, and then again let the powder settle. There's a little bit of powder left on the blades, so I'm just tapping the rest of it out, but otherwise the majority of it has landed in the lid. And now it's as easy as just spreading some powder out, scrape the powder around the frame, and avoid the channel up here, because that channel is going to be used to get the excess powder off of the plate right here. I like to spread the powder so that you can see where every little capsule gets full. It's looking pretty good. Now we can grab the tamper and start tamping that powder down. This can be a pretty messy process, and sometimes it's not 100% accurate, but again, that's why we took that tare weight of the empty capsule in the beginning of the video. It looks like I'm ready for another tamping with the tamping tool, and I just usually spread the powder out away from the holes as much as I can so that I can get a clean tamp. Repeat it again, and I will just continue on until I get most of this powder into these bottom capsule pieces. We've got the capping plate, the body plate, and now we need the middle plate. These little cutouts right here are used to place your fingers in so that you can get a good grip on the plates, and we're going to flip it over just like this onto the body plate, compress it down, and connect the capsules. Here is the middle plate on top of the pieces of the capsules, It's here to help hold those capsules in place so that we can flip it upside down and they don't fly out. And right here is where we can get a nice little grip, flip it over, and we're going to get the capsules finally connected. Line up the screws. You see all four corners have holes for the screws, and then gently yet firmly press down to connect all of the capsules. You feel them click into place, and we can see that all of them have become connected. Here is the middle plate full of our mushroom supplement capsules. 100 capsules made perfect every time with the Nomad Capsule Filler. The second most fun part is weighing the capsules to see how accurate we ended up. Let's get a nice close-up of these awesome, nutritious, and delicious mushroom capsule supplements that we've just created with the Nomad Capsule Filler. 0.09. So the majority of them were 0.09, so let's tear it out with the 0.09. I like to take just a few random capsules. 0.14, 0.14. So this scale that I use, fusion scale with the calibrated weight, isn't always 100% accurate down to the milligram like this. If you have a more precise scale, you're going to get just a little bit more of an accurate reading, but we're pretty close, we're pretty spot on. 0.14, 0.15, it's 0.01 difference. Pretty accurate if I do say so myself. I'm going to show you how to easily divide up your capsules and actually store them properly so that they can stay nice and dry. They're going to be divided into 5 months. There's 4 weeks in a month, which means we're going to have at least a schedule of 1 supplement a day for 5 days a week with 2 days off without our supplements. So 5, 10, 15, 20, that's 4 weeks in a month. With 5 days on and 2 days off, that will give us 20 capsules per mylar bag, and that will be our month's supply of mushroom supplements. So 20, 40, 60, 80, 100 capsules, which is what we produced with the Nomad Capsule Filler. I'll put the link in the description on Amazon where to get these nice black resealable mylar bags, as well as the classic dry and dry silica gel desiccants. You really only need 1 per pack of supplement capsules. So let me put all this together and I'll show you how it looks. And there we have it. Here are 5 months worth of mushroom supplements. 1 capsule a day for 5 days on and 2 days off. Of course, anybody can come up with their own supplement regimen, but for right now, this is what I did here in the 90-second Mycology kitchen. 20 capsules per bag, 20, 40, 60, 80, 100, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 months. 4 weeks in a month, and there we go. This is some lion's mane that I'll powder up and capsulize, or should I say capsulate later. Taking your cheap Amazon impulse sealer and actually sealing your mushroom supplement bags so that you get that satisfaction of actually tearing the top open and consuming your supplements for that month. Here's a look at all of the bags. They've got nice professional seals on all of them. So now that little piece can be ripped off. That nice satisfying little rip and you know you're ready for the month with your mushroom supplement capsules. The very last part is to just finally label them. Just like all of my other videos, how you choose to label everything is up to you. Here I've simply just put the year, the amount in each capsule, and that it is a 1 month supply. These capsules sealed up like this in an airtight container that is resistant to moisture penetration, and air penetration will last a few years. Just like any other powdered supplement that's kept in this manner. Store in a cool, dry place. If you'd like to pick up one of these awesome Nomad size 0 capsule fillers that fills 100 capsules at a time, just head on over to togethernomad.com, and when you go to checkout, you can use promo code 90SM to let them know that 90 Second Mycology sent you, and that will allow you to support 90 Second Mycology at no extra cost to you. So a big special thank you to Nomad for sending me this awesome capsule filler, and a big special thanks to all of the donors who have practiced common sense and donated directly to 90 Second Mycology at 90secondmycology.com/donate.